Bass aren't that smart. I think we're giving them way too much credit. The creature that is a bass is a totally instinctual animal. It has no logical thought. It does not have thought processes like we do. It does not discern. It does not go through any sort of checklist of things that it needs before it eats something. I think people are giving bass a lot more credit than they're due. And the thing about it is, when you think about a bass, is they have a brain about the size of our thumb. And that brain is dedicated to a few key things. Number one is sight. What does it see? Its sight is going to determine the instinctual drive that it gives its body of whether it's going to run, it's going to fight, or it's going to eat. It's really as simple as that. Another thing that its brain does is it smells things. It smells things, and again, it determines whether it's going to run, it's going to fight, or it's going to eat. The other things that its brain does is it takes in different stimulus in the water and different vibrations, and again, it determines whether it's going to run, it's going to fight, or it's going to eat. And then the last thing it does is it detects water temperature, and it determines whether it's time to make babies or whether it's time to run, to fight, or to eat. I mean, really, a bass is that simple of a creature. I think we're giving it way too much credit, like I said before. Another thing about a bass is that when you really look at a bass as a whole creature, they're very instinctual and they're very reactionary. So a bass's brain can be turned on and off pretty much. And so like when you throw a crankbait and that crankbait comes rolling through the water and it's flashing, it's throwing colors, there's actually an instinct in that bass's brain that can be switched over that will totally negate the run and the fight, and it goes straight to eat. And so a bass will actually put itself in danger because it can't help but try to eat the thing that is coming by its face. And so again, you're not dealing with a really smart creature here. You're dealing with a very kind of rudimentary, basic creature that doesn't think, and it doesn't really feel either. A bass can feel pressure changes like on its body, and it can feel heat changes, like if something gets warmer or if it gets cooler, but a bass doesn't feel pain at all. It actually doesn't even have the part of the brain to feel pain at all, making it, you know, kind of one of those things when people say fish feel pain, that's actually not true. When you hook a fish, it's not thinking, ouch, 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 I've been hooked and I need to get away. It simply just doesn't like the fact that its body is going in a direction that it's not making its body go, and it totally goes into a flight and fight mechanism. And again, goes back to that kind of lizard rudimentary brain of whether I'm going to run, I'm going to fight, or I am going to eat. And once it decides to eat and it doesn't like the stimulus that it receives on the backside of eating, i.e. you hooking it in the face, it's going to try to run and it's going to try to fight. And so again, bass aren't very smart, but they're also way smarter than we think they are. I think bass have instincts and things that we don't have. It makes them very special in the environment in which they live. And if you want to hear about those, click this video that's popping up right here.